at there, she's melting away. It's gonna be open water season before we know it. How's everybody going? It's been a while since I've posted a video. I started a new job, started up school again. It's been pretty busy. I was gonna do quite a few more ice fishing videos, but whenever I went out and ice fish, whenever I brought the cameras would die really fast. But me and my buddy went up to central South Dakota, catching some walleye and some perch, beautiful sunrises, sunsets, but I could not record because my cameras are dying. So we're back, we're in the bait cave. We're here because we have orders to fill, and I have a customer that wants a customized order. So we're gonna be making something new, and we're gonna just be refilling some ice fishing baits. Although it is warming up and ice fishing season's dying here in Northwest Iowa, some people still are ice fishing, so we gotta cater to their needs. So another thing that I want to point out to you guys is that if any of you are interested in my baits, I'll leave the link to my website down below. All these are up for purchase, except for maybe this one color that I'm about to make. But other than that, there's a whole website full of baits that you can go look at. We've got swim baits, stick baits, and curly tails. We've got ice fishing baits, and then we're gonna be expanding here more soon. So if you'd like, go down to the description below and click the website. All right, so the first color we're gonna make, it's just some remelt. This is the blue pumpkin. Have a customer that wants some of this as well as a new color. I will be showing you that new color, but this has got to be cooked first. So let's throw her in the microwave. Got to plug her in. Plug that sucker in there. And I'm gonna cook it for probably, let's say 2 minutes for now. After that's cooked, I believe the customer wants 2 bags of that. So then we'll go forward and we'll make probably the new color next. Let me show you an idea of what this customer wants. Heading over to legacybaits.com. Let's go to ice fishing. This customer wants predators. So what they want is a different mix of the Frosty. So if this loads, I got bad reception. So let's go look at the Frosty. There's a Frosty which is sold out. This is what the customer wants. It's basically just literally white with blue flake, but the customer wants it replaced with red flake instead. So we're gonna do that with red flake instead of blue flake. That ain't gonna be too hard, although me and the white colorant don't get along too well, but that's gonna be the next color we're gonna make. And as our plastic is done melting up, I like clamping this mold because oftentimes it flashes, so I always clip this one. Let me take that out of there. A little extra runoff. Clamp this one at the top and the bottom just to be safe with it, because like I said, every once in a while it likes to flash, so we're going to try our best not to do that. Let's see how far this is. It does not look very good. Didn't get too far. Let's do another 2 minutes, see where we're at after that. Get your Legacy Baits decals, folks. You want to impress every grandma in your town, you better buy one of them bad boys. Alright, see where we stand now. We're getting there, a little bit more chunks in there still. Grab this, do the old gene wipe. Butter knives, man. It's the only way to do it. If you want to get into bait making, the first step is to steal your wife or your mother's butter knives. Or you could be a nice lad and go to Walmart or your local store and get a pack for $2, but you could steal them from your parents or your wives or girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, whatever. So we're going to throw that back in there. Almost there. Don't want no chunks up in the mold there, so we're gonna go another minute 30. It's definitely gonna be warm enough, just needs to be melted enough. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, chunk free. There ain't much plastic all in there, but I think we can make do with it. So I'll grab my injector, make sure that cap is on. Oh yeah, we got enough. Let's go in here, barely push down, overfill a little bit. Beautiful color. I love this. Is one of my favorite colors. I need to make another batch of this here soon. Yeah, look at that color. I know there's air bubbles there, but if you can see on the mold there, Just a beautiful color. It's like about perfect. One of my favorites. One of the top sellers I've got for the stick worms and such. But we're going to let that sit for about 2 minutes. That's about how long it usually takes to set up. It's not too warm out. Usually in the warmer, like summer weather, it takes a little bit longer to set up. But we're in the 40s right now. It's actually been warming up a little bit. So ice is melting. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's open this bad boy up. So this is a Fat Guys Fishing mold. I have 2 of their molds. My 7-inch curly tail is also a Fat Guys Fishing mold. I love their molds, and look at that. That is beautiful. One of my favorite colors. Little predators, little ice fishing baits. There we go. Let's shoot another round. So there's a little bit of plastic left in the nozzle, and this is what I like to do, if it'll work. It's not gonna work. Oh, that noise. Yeah, it didn't work. Hopefully I can get one to work. I usually shoot them out of the nozzle, and want to get some pictures of bluegills on my window here so I can just do some target practice, you know. Just put this mold back together here and take a quick temperature of the plastisol, see what we're sitting at for temp. I usually like to shoot in between 250 and 350. If it's lower than 250, I usually don't shoot it because it sets up way too fast, and oftentimes it'll set up in the injector. Mix this up, grab my temp gun. Now we're in the 300s, so let's see if I can get enough plastisol up in here. Oh yeah. There's a little bit of air in there, but we'll see how she goes. Lift up, overfill. Back into the cup it goes. So this is going to sit for another 2 to 3 minutes, and after that we'll be mixing up our new color. So hopefully that new color turns out good. Like I said, me and the white colorant don't really get along. It's kind of hard to work with. I don't know. I've never had too much good luck with white colorant, but we're going to make this new color and make this customer happy. So let's wait for these to set up and we'll head to that. All right, so we have a slight switch up. Our customer emailed us back. Does not want red, but instead wants the blue. So the regular Frosty. So that's what we're going to go ahead and make. I don't have too much plastisol left, so we're just going to make about a 1.5 cups worth. That'll be enough to get us to fill the order that he needs. So all we got here is some Lurecraft white, Lurecraft blue glitter, 0.15, the small stuff, and like I said, a 1.5 cups of dead-on plastic. So we're going to put this in the microwave. We have to make sure it reaches 350 degrees before we do anything with it. Otherwise, we'll end up with an ooey gooey mess. So let's throw this into the microwave. So after 3 minutes of cooking, we still have a milk-like substance here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it up. Just mix it up. I don't know, that's just a superstition of mine, even if it's still in liquid form. Still like to stir it up. Never going to hurt it. We're going to go ahead and toss it back in here for another 2 minutes and see what we get off of that. Well, and then I accidentally pushed 5 minutes. We want 2 minutes, not 5. There we go. All right, so here's after 5 minutes total. Now we're getting clear. It's probably still going to be goopy. Gonna mix it up. There's a little bit of separation in there. We actually might be very, very, very close. So, oh, I got some plastic on my camera there. Sorry about that. But what we're going to do is we're just going to set it in there for another 30 seconds because I don't think it's quite done yet. We'll do 30 seconds here. So you want to be careful when you're cooking your plastisol because if you don't cook it enough, it's still going to be separated, and when you go to shoot it, it's going to be a gooey mess. But you also don't want to burn it. I have luckily only done that one time. It's a toxic mess. It burns your hairs out of your nose, your throat. It's not fun. I had to set the cup outside for a couple days before I brought it back in. But plastisol is kind of iffy, but once you learn it, it's not that bad. So we got some air bubbles on the top. Not gonna bother me with these smaller baits. I think we're done here. So let me grab my temp gun. Yeah, we're at 400 degrees. 398. So we're gonna let that cool down to about 350. My comfortable window of shooting is 250 to 350. You have 100 degrees of temperature there to play with. That's just gonna be too hot for me. While I do this, it's gonna cool down. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So I'm gonna put some white coloring in here. I was gonna start with a few drops, but just pour it out by itself. Gonna see what that gives us. This colorant's hard to play with because it doesn't mix too well when you shake it up, and that's way too transparent here. So we're gonna just whiten it up a little more. Gonna put it on the board. And another thing that helps me is actually putting my glitter in there. So 0.15, that's what we're using today, the smaller glitter. Gonna open her up. And I'm gonna start, just because this isn't gonna be my final product, I'm still putting coloring in there, but I'm gonna put 1/4 of a tablespoon in there. See what that gets us. Just so I can see where my colorant stands with the glitter. So, mix that up. And it's gonna be a little, it's gonna turn blue, but that's all right. That's what this Frosty is supposed to look like. So now what I'm gonna do is take the fork, place it there. I might need a little more colorant. I'm not too sure. So I'm just gonna let these two globs right here cool down. Then I'm gonna pick them up off the board and see what they look like compared to the light. All right, so I'm gonna add just a tad bit more white in there. Mix that up. Oh yeah, that's looking better. We're gonna shoot that. So let me get a temp check. Because like I said, if it's hotter than 350, I usually don't like to shoot it. Yeah, we're in the 330s, so we're gonna be good. So let's move these out of the way. Get this right up here. Take my injector. Don't need too much plastisol. Just gonna hold a little bit of pressure, not too much. Don't want to flash it. Gonna lift up, overfill a little bit. Put that right back into the cup. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good color right there. I think it's wide enough and the glitter's still showing. It's hard to see with this lighting right now, but once it comes out in the mold as the actual bait, I think it's gonna look perfect. All right, here we go. Round number 2 for the Frosty Predators. Been doing a lot of, I mean, this isn't really custom, I guess. This is just out of stock items on the website, but I've had a couple of custom orders going out to one to Pennsylvania and one just right across the river in Nebraska. That one's a mess up. We're going to throw that one away, but there we go. This one's junk. So there we go. This is a 14 cavity mold. Now with only 13 on here because we had a little bit of pumpkin on that one. Well, that's about all I've got to make tonight, really. I'm just going to double check the order, but just to pass the time, we're going to do a little bit of bait packaging. I just got to double check and make sure that he might have wanted one more thing. No, that's all. Because I got the blueberry jams that he wants actually on the packaging table. So we're going to package these up. This is the more boring part of bait making, but so I know this one was a little bit of a short video. There wasn't too much going on, but I figured I haven't been on here lately, so I better hop back on. But what I want to know is, what do you guys want me to make? I want to know what you want to see. Is there any certain colors out there you want me to try to match? Like, I know there's tons of colors out there. I just want an idea of what you guys want to see made, because I'm always up for a new challenge. I mess up a lot, but that's how you learn. So if there's any colors out there that you guys want me to try and match, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, Y'all have a good one. I'm just going to finish up some more stuff here. Just a little bit of packaging. Not too much fun to watch. So going to wrap it up here. Have a good one. Tight lines. We're back in business here. Y'all have a good one. Bye.